It's a really long phrase. So we're gonna have to count the key changes in this. I believe that this is the 4th time he's gone up in key. Right after I stopped the last time, he had a really cool staccato section. We'll talk about that later, and I'll want to hop back and check it out. But so right after that, there was a key change. And right now, another key change. So he just keeps getting higher and higher and higher, and it's very exciting.
Key change, because I can hear is changing key. That last bit where he started kind of going into that more operatic voice and then followed by that really, really high whistle. I was just thinking, it's very much like he is like starting to accompany himself. I've listened to Elite Bata in my previous video, and I mentioned, was kind of like a one-man band. And in this way, DIMASH kind of can be his own one-man band because of how he sings the song, because he brings in this element of really long vowels and more of a round tone, and then when he goes into this whistle tone, dun, 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 that part.
And now he transforms into a female opera singer. Gorgeous. Fair, and it's not right that God decides to bestow that much talent into one human being. Like, let's just think about this for a second, mathematically speaking here. If DIMASH has all of that talent and it were more evenly distributed throughout 10 people, there would be like 10 superstars, vocally capable, capability-wise speaking. Yet, it's all in one person, right here in DIMASH, and that's what leaves me hurting in my stomach, because it's just completely unfathomable. I can't even talk right now. It's completely unfathomable to me right now how someone, like one person, can sing that way. Like, he's got, like, I said this before, he's got like 5, possibly even more, but at least 5 types of voices within his one body. And I'm not kidding when I tell you, I think this is the... Oh.
Wow. Okay. Oh.
Why did I think he wouldn't do this in this song? Why was I thinking this wasn't gonna happen? I was so wrong. Goodness me. Do you know what I liked about that? Is that he did his operatic section and then jumped down into the lower regions of his vocal. It's a great way of exposing his range in a very quick time period.
Wow. Give that a clap as well. That was so unexpected. I cannot believe, let me move back into the middle. So a lot of people that are classically trained or operatically trained, they often can find that it's quite hard for them to transition into like a belt or like a strong chest voice because they're so used to mixing in opera. But I could hear there was moments of belt and there was moments of mix and there was moments of that full opera forward placement, like
what control this man possesses. I've seen so many comments of people saying world's best vocalist, and honestly he has to be up there with one of the best that I've ever seen, for sure, hands down. Really impressed by that. And for anyone that's a beginner singer out there, you'll notice that he has really good control over where his voice is placed as he's going higher and lower, and what kind of effect he wants to create with his voice. So those low notes, those breathy notes to begin with, and then those really full down low notes that were really covered, and then you get up to those high.
Of course, had to be. Course, what haven't we said already? But what I really regret is when I just because all these arrangements and these songs is doing most of the time. It's just how would you call that? In France, I would call this variété, and variété française, and in English, I don't know how you call that. It's not pop, it's just fits for TV shows, this type of arrangements. Me, I can't stop imagining, like, not necessarily like a heavy band behind, you know, with some big guitars, not necessary, but like an arrangement that would have more character of it than just all these orchestras and stuff like this, that is just not a nowadays music. It doesn't have, music hasn't got any personality behind. But that's just my take on it, and which is a shame because it's such an amazing.
Okay, so I often do this kind of vocal style spider diagram for my students, where I'm like, here are all the things, or at least some of the things that you can use as a vocal nuance to express emotion. And there are things that are little, like vocal fry, or scooping onto a note, vibrato, and all those things. But then there are big, crazy technical things like whistle, riffs and runs, sustain, mix, belt, different tones. He's using them all. Like, he's using all of the hardest technical things and putting it in this great dramatic way, to great dramatic effect.
What is happening? Oh my gosh! He just transitioned from a really strong belt into more of a classical operatic style in his head voice, then way up into those high notes right here. Let's listen to that again.